Carolyn Dube here. What's the play for today? Well, today I'm playing in my art journal. And on this page that I'm going to start with, you're going to see in the very beginning of the video, it is a page of just paint smears. Whenever I have leftover paint on my brushes or on the palette, I don't want to waste it, so I just smear them randomly on pages. And then whenever the muse inspires me, I come back and add to them. Well, the muse struck today, and I am working on this page. What I'm going to be doing is building up patterns. Now, I'm going to use just one stencil throughout the whole process, and this one's called Rectangular Patterns for Play that I designed for Stencil Girl products. And I can actually use this one stencil to build up all sorts of patterns because this stencil has multiple patterns on it. I can use the stencil as a big thing, as the whole thing, but I can also use it for the pieces and parts that are in it. And that's what you're going to see in this video, is how I take those pieces and parts, how I alter them, adapt them, and get all sorts of different looks from just one stencil. Well, come take a look. So here's the art journal page that I started with. Nothing really happening with it, just a bunch of paint smears on it. And now what I'm going to do is build up some patterns on it using just one stencil. Now this stencil is called Rectangular Patterns for Play, and there are actually 4 different designs on there, which means it'll look like I used 4 different stencils on this because there'll be 4 different patterns when I'm done, but really it was just one stencil. I really enjoy stencils that give me lots of options and possibilities, and that's why there are 4 of them on here. And that's why the 4 are irregularly shaped, meaning that it just wasn't perfectly 4 equal spaces on it, because you can also use the stencil as one complete stencil too. Now, as I'm doing this, I am just taking that black paint and I'm just picking different parts to add in places. One of the nice things about stencils is they can cover any size area. So I stencil that bit there, and I want it to be a little bit longer. So all I'm going to do is line the stencil back up on it and then stencil some more of it. So you've got the option to cover really whatever space you want to. You just line your stencil back up and continue on stenciling. Now, I'd like to tell you that there was some deep thought put into exactly where I'm placing this stencil, or that I have this grand plan for exactly how this is all going to come together. And the answer there is no. I'm not thinking very carefully. I don't have a grand plan. I am just having fun adding all sorts of color and pattern. Okay, not really color. I'm adding black to the color, but I'm having fun adding that. And why am I not thinking deeply and carefully about this? Because this is an art journal page that I'm making a background for. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with it once I get the background made. I am absolutely just going to have fun with this and see where it goes. Well, I was having a lot of fun playing with the black paint with this, but now, well, I'm feeling the pull of the rainbow and I'm going to bring in some colors. So I'm going to use the same stencil, same techniques that I was doing with the black paint, only this time I'm going to do it with various colors. And it seems like my goal or mission is to cover up any white space that seems to exist. Now you might wonder, why on earth did I just cut that cosmetic sponge? Well, the reason is this is actually leftover paint from something else that I was doing, and that cosmetic sponge had pretty much dried out. So all I did was take some scissors and cut off the dried up end, and then I continue working on with that. And there's still some white space up in that top right corner. And do you think that white space is going to be there when we're done? We'll see if it's still going to be there. And I'm just layering on the colors. Sometimes when I put stuff on here, you can really boldly see the pattern and design in it. And sometimes you can't, like with that last bit of orange. You really couldn't see it. Yep, there goes the white space. Sorry, just could not leave that white. Find it very interesting, though, how much red I'm using on this, because red is not one of my usual colors, but it's one I'm actually starting to warm up to. Now, of course, over on the blog, I have photos and links to the products used and all that kind of stuff, but more importantly, I have a stencil giveaway happening. Now, I'm not sure when you're watching this video. If you're watching it when it first came out, then you know about the giveaway. You can head right on over there and get yourself entered to win some free stencils. But what if it's after the giveaway time? What do you do then? Well, I will tell you that I have given lots of things away in the past, and I'm sure there are going to be more giveaways in the future. So get signed up for my newsletter. That way you'll know next time I have a giveaway so you can get entered to win. And you can find all this stuff over on my blog at acolorfuljourney.com. Well, this background is just about feeling finished to me. I'll put a little bit of color here and there to obscure the last little bits of white space on there, but I'm thinking this background is just about complete. Now, what am I going to do with it? I don't know. It's a page in my art journal, and at some point I'll add more to it, and most definitely I will share whatever I do with it. Well, thanks so much for joining me for today's play. Of course, if you've enjoyed this video, I would so appreciate it if you hit that like button. And if you know someone that would enjoy it, of course, I'd love for you to share this video. Never want to miss one of my videos? There's that good old subscribe button. Click that and you'll know as soon as I have a new video. Thanks so much for being a part of this colorful journey.